Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, Valerie, come on over, Valerie. All right, what's going on, YouTubers? Welcome, everyone, to this time review. Excuse me, the show from May 23rd. I'm sorry, May 22nd. I meant to say. 2018. My apologies, folks. Forgive me, I'm tired. I just came from work and all that, so forgive me. I meant to say May 22nd, 2018, not 2013. We're not back in 2013. Which will be nice though. I'm just saying. But um, it's not just my review, by the way. It's also your SmackDown and 205 Live review. The first thing I will be starting off first will be SmackDown from May 2nd, 2018. SmackDown review or with the SmackDown results. So let's get right into it, folks. So yeah, I watched SmackDown last night, and all I gotta say is last night's show was an average show, and I thought it was a better show than Monday Night Raw. Based on what we got Monday Night Raw, I thought the show Phillips, Byron Saxton, and Corey Graves. Also, they're at Massachusetts. So the show opened up with The Miz doing Miz TV, and who ends up being his guest? Well, first he plugs his TV show, his reality TV show. Yeah. I saw a preview of it. Wasn't saying so much of it, but which is it was and basically it's good, pretty good. But we will know that yet until we actually see it air on the USA Network. So yeah, and that was that. So yeah, the Miz he has guests on his show for the Miz TV. The guest ends up being the New Day because we got to find out who's gonna be in the match for Money in the Bank. Because keep in mind, last week on SmackDown, the New Day against the Money in the Bank. Only one member the Money in the Bank. This is all about. Now I didn't care. It's the New Day, obviously. So Miz wants to know who was basically. I'm just gonna cut to the chase here. Miz wants to know who's gonna be the guys, who's gonna be the one of the three, the Money in the Bank. So they start hustling and all that, and then all of a sudden, they said Biggie's it's gonna be the guy, but then all of a sudden they said, oh no, Biggie's gonna be the guy to wrestle against the Miz because for it. But I read about it and all that, so whatever. And also watching the review of from BlizzSportsNetwork.com too. Great, yeah, great entertainment on for TV during pancakes on a wrestling show. Facts. So the Miz is all backstage. He gets confronted by general manager of SmackDown, Paige. And Paige is like, I understand no one likes pancakes. So then go out there to face Big E. Folks, Paige as general manager for SmackDown, she sucks. Why even agree to be she should just left the E. But whatever, right? So we get to Big E versus the Miz, worrying about the three mega faggot bitches, Kofi Kingston, except it wasn't Big E, the fag day. Fuck them. Get um Daniel Bryan being interviewed by Fernandez, but I mean Because there was a match that was made last week by WWE that was gonna be Big Cass versus Samoa Joe for to qualify for the Money in the Bank. But unfortunately, Big Cass is hurt, folks. Now here's the thing. Uh, I heard at first when he wrestled in Amsterdam that Big Cass was working an injury. I mean, it was a work. The injury that he suffered in Amsterdam was a work, and it comes to find out that he's in seeing him backstage that he's in crutches. Told you right there that he was not cleared to wrestle. So big and so far, folks, it was not work at all. He really is hurt. He really is injured, and he needs I think he needs surgery again. Wow, and he just came back too, folks. He just came back. He's injury prone. So, so yeah, Big Cass was shown backstage in crutches and all that, and that was basically it. Now let's get to the interview here from that Dash of Ventus interviewing Daniel Bryan because Daniel Bryan and Jeff Hardy were going to be wrestling each other to not to qualify to be in the Money in the Bank, but to try to qualify in the bank for next week's show against Samoa Joe was supposed to happen last night, but because got hurt, and that was what Samoa Joe was going to do, right? So this is a second chance between Daniel Bryan and but they got but once they gotta go to each other, whoever wins, they gotta go to Samoa Joe to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match for the men's. So Daniel Bryan's been interviewed, right, about wrestling against Jeff Hardy. That Jeff Hardy is a legend and all that. And talking about this is a second chance to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match and all that. And yeah, we'll see how that turns out. I'll get to the match too, by the way. Daniel Bryan versus Jeff Hardy for the very first time. That was showcased. We get Billy. So, Lano's being accompanied by Aiden English. And also, we get the Iconics coming out to cover uh, singing, about basically about his singing. And then they started singing, which when they were singing when they were singing a song, I meant to say it sounded terrible because you got the icons on that singers, by the way. Um, but anyways, we get to this match between Billy Kay and Lana. It was short to the point, and it was trash. Um, had a sign that said Lana Day. First, first the whole thing with Rusev Day thing now, and now we're getting the Lana Day going on for Lana, and they got the cross chanting Lana Day. So Peyton Royce and Billy Kay confronts Eddie English outside the ring. Peyton Royce slaps Eddie English. Lana goes after Peyton Royce and goes after Billy Kay from the outside. Billy Kay fights back in the ring. Lana takes advantage and goes for the face buster and gets the 3 count in the win. So it was a quick match, like I said, and it was and at the same time, folks, it was trash too. But the important thing is that Lana won the match and Billy Kay didn't. Thank God. But at the same time, this match was still trash. Next we get to Lana. Live and everything, and he's gonna take over SmackDown and everything. So there you go. Nothing to say about that, folks. We get Andrade on this versus an unknown opponent. And the reason I say that is because they didn't mention who was he, and yeah, but Andrade on this beats him, and there you go. We get Carmella's mask because she's gonna wrestle against Asuka at Money in the Bank. And folks, I didn't really care what Carmella said, and she's supposed to be the SmackDown Women's Champion. So moving on. That was it for our number one, by the way, for SmackDown. Total amount, excuse me, total amount of wrestling for hour number one matches. And before I move on to what happened on for the second hour of SmackDown, maybe hello John, thank you for watching. What's up, Rob? How was work? It was alright. It was good. It was actually good. So let's just say about work. It's the same old for the last 10 years. What pictures and GIF WWE stuff and because of her being on NXT and also um pictures of her of outside of the company. Where works that for you? You said something about seeing fine last night. Yes, she did. In fact, she always looks fine. So yeah, there you go. Now let's move on. Now hour number two, we get to Renee Young introducing the WWE champion AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura because we gotta find out who's basically we gotta find out from Nakamura about the stipulation that's going to be between Styles and Nakamura for Money in the Bank for the WWE Championship. So Nakamura was basically goofing around with AJ Styles and says that the match is going to be a pillow fight. That's the stipulation, which it was a joke by the way. And then all of a sudden they start fighting. I'm not going to run too much about this, folks. But Nakamura takes out AJ Styles was getting back up. Nakamura goes for the chair. Yeah, at one point they had me a steel chair in the match, by the way. I mean, in this fight, by the way, I meant to say. And they fought a little bit on the broadcast table. Nakamura at one point was counting, and then and the Styles came back up, and then Nakamura goes after him also the fire him off a little bit, and then Nakamura takes him out again. This time with the Kinshasa, need the face, and then Nakamura starts counting. Now his things, folks. When Nakamura first started counting, I immediately right there said last man standing match, and then we started counting again. Um, and if anyone didn't figure it out yet, yeah, Nakamura said that the stipulation is going to be last man standing match, which by the way when he first did the count, I knew it was going to be last man standing match. In fact, even before the stipulation of this came about, if you didn't see how this match ended with Styles and Nakamura from Backlash, with a 10 count out, right there immediately people knew it was going to be the last man standing match. So sure enough, we get to Nakamura talking about this after the beatdown on Styles and all that. After the fight between those two, when Nakamura win the fight, Nakamura says it's going to be a man standing match. See, and all I can say is I got something to basically I gotta make a decision about my future when it comes to watching WWE programming. Just a little hint there. Next we get the Usos versus Gallows and Anderson. Promo coming, but of Anderson and Gallows about how they got their shot against to the Usos, and they talk about how they blew it, and then the Usos talk about how this isn't Japan, this isn't Raw, this is SmackDown Live and everything. To the Uso Penitentiary, and then you guys are a couple of, and then also Gallows said nerds, and then the Usos find them, and the match immediately starts. When both teams went ready, so they start wrestling to see who's going to face the Bludgeon Brothers in the future. Gallows and Anderson winning in the match against the Usos. So I guess that means the Usos. I mean, not the Usos. I guess that means that Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows are going to be the one to face the Bludgeon Brothers next on the next few, for the next few for the tag team titles. All right, that was next. What's next? Oh yeah, last night on my on my Raw review, that Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville was gonna be friends after the match from last week, which last week it could went either way with Mandy advance Money in the Bank, but because they both lost, you know, and Becky Lynch won last week. That means one of them's got be in the qualifier match again. And so right, by the way, I heard she had went through something uh like a surgery. I guess a dental surgery, something like that. So I guess she's good. So, but yeah, in the end, like I said, I knew who was gonna win the match, and sure enough, Naomi also win the roll up on Sonya Deville, and there you go, that was the win. Yeah, so Naomi is not added into the match for gets backstage when we see Jeff Hardy leaving his locker room, and he's shouting out like he's excited to fight Daniel Bryan, and then he gets confirmed by Renee Young to be interviewed. So she asked how excited Jeff Hardy is, and I say to myself, really, you gonna ask him how excited he is after you just saw him coming out of his locker room out, and he's like, but he lets him know though, and they start acting excited again. And I say to myself, okay, what's going on with Jeff Hardy? Oh my god, he was way too excited. But you know what? At the same time, yeah, I'm mad at that because he gets wrestled against Daniel Bryan. It's one of those dream matches that we all wanted to see. All right, now we get to the main event match. But before we do, Samoa Joe comes out. He comes out to watch the match in person on commentary, and he and basically he talks on commentary. He was a commentary, by the way. So Samoa Joe is watching on to see who's going to wrestle him next week between Jeff Hardy and Daniel Bryan. Because next week, whoever wins between Daniel Bryan and Jeff Hardy will face Samoa Joe to qualify, and the winner of that match next week will qualify to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, which it'll be the final spot between those, for that match next week. Excuse me. So they're having a match, Jeff Hardy and Daniel Bryan. Good match, folks. I love the match between those two. It's like they had good chemistry together. And then in the end, Daniel Bryan hooks the leg on Jeff Hardy because Jeff Hardy in the match, Daniel Bryan was targeting that the leg of who's a submission specialist. Gets the tap out win. So yeah, your winner is Daniel Bryan, which means we get an old rivalry from last week. I mean, I mean, not last week. My apologies. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. What I meant to say was that we get the match between Daniel Bryan and Soul Joe next week, like we had years ago. Yeah, if you guys never seen Daniel Bryan and Samoa Joe wrestle each other before, they wrestled each other so many times before, folks, and that was during the time in Ring of Honor or or in other indies. And guys, they tore the house down during those times. Now, I'm not saying they're going to turn the house down next week, but it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same type of match because this is WWE cookie cutter. But it's still going to be a good match though between these two next week. But basically, we had so after the match, Samoa Joe cuts a promo to Daniel Bryan in the ring, let him know that he's going to put him to sleep. So Samoa Joe leaves the ring. And then he continues to celebrate in the gets stopped by Renee Young to be interviewed. And Samoa Joe says that Daniel Bryan is going to sleep, and he starts saying yes, yes, yes in a mean tone way, like he's like he's looking to kill Daniel Bryan next week. You know. So yeah, that match itself between Daniel Bryan and Jeff Hardy was good, but I cannot wait to see the rehashing rehashing the rivalries between Daniel Bryan and Samoa Joe this time on the WWE format from next week. I can't wait to see that match, folks. That's gonna be awesome. And there you go. That was it for SmackDown. Tomorrow Wrestling for hour number 2 for SmackDown. Let me double check here. 2018. Let me double check here. All right, 6 matches. So my overall, I mean, I didn't. The only thing I hate about the show was Carmella and New Day. But other than that, I can't. I had nothing else bad to say about the show. I thought I mean it wasn't a great show. I just thought it was just above average. But that being said, I'm gonna give it a five. Yeah, I'll give it a 5.5 out of 10. And before I move on to the next thing, which is gonna be the 12 hour live results for this 12 for this review. Let me check something. Um, you said John. You said what did you say about Page comment? I did not hear you say because stream was lagging. If you want pictures of Page to do your video, you know, just one from NXT, WWE, and some gifs that you want of WWE, if there is any. Hold on, maybe something else here. And work was alright to me. I don't expect much for Gallows and Anderson versus Blessing personally. Yeah, obviously the Blessing Brothers are gonna win here. Which one was hotter? No, of course not. He's not on that anymore. No. Gino, did you hear that WWE pay-per-views will now be 4 hours? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I started realizing that since Backlash, which was garbage. John, it did it again. Stream lacking. I don't know why. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, John. Being said, let me move on to WWE 205 Live, the show from May 22nd, 2018. Same place, same arena, from the WWE Network. Your commentators was Vic Joseph from May 22nd, 2018. Okay. All right, here we go. Defeating Grand Metalik in this match, and both it was pretty good match. And Grand Metalik also you have Lucha Dragons out there too, by the way. I mean, not I mean Lucha House, the rest of the Lucha House still, and Lindsay Dorado. So yeah, Drew Gulak and Grand Metalik were his name Metalik. The first wrestle each other. We see two guys wrestle each other again. This time by being controlled by Triple H. This match ends up being great between these two. And this match, this one on one match between these two Drew Gulak and Grand Metalik was 10 times better than the first time they ever wrestled each other when Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn was in charge of 205 Live. Well, a shadow of a doubt, folks. Incredible match. Like I said, Drew Gulak won the match. He went for the Gulak, which is the Dragon Sleeper, which he locks it in sometimes. I mean, he always locks it in. The grapevine of it. 2 down and 1 to go from the Lucha House Party. Lindsay Dorado. Lindsay Dorado. Excuse me. TJP defeats Christopher Guy. Who's Christopher Guy is, I don't know, but TJP basically was impressive as always. Yeah, so yeah, let's say about the match. TJP, and also he's got. I think they're doing a storyline. He's against uh, you know, um, a couple of doubters of for those management for 205 Live, I believe. I don't know. Because you had backstage, the 205 Live general manager about TJP about how he's acting and everything. So in a way, I guess it's gonna be some. It's gonna lead to something down the line. I don't know. We get a video package highlight for next week's match between the W two later on. I don't know. It depends. It only depends. And there you go. My overall scoring for the show, 7 out of 10. And there you go, folks. And before I go, that was your SmackDown and 205 Live review for this for uh for this for tonight's review. And as far as NXT, folks, I'll do that tomorrow because I haven't watched it yet because I just came still. I haven't watched the show yet, but check sign here. About 4 hours for a pay-per-view. I agree. If they have matches still on the pre-show, that 5 hours, I will probably just watch highlights on YouTube or just watch your pay-per-view reviews. Hey, what's up with for Eugene Jr.? Please subscribe. I would usually do the take a shot with Natural Born Thriller, but I didn't get to set up for, for me with a shot glass, so I forgot about it. So yeah, I get the picture. Yeah, I get the point. If you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy this review, give it a thumbs down. Either way, it's yours. It goes alone, and there you go. So you all have a good night. You all take care on the streets. Talk to you all soon, guys.